What is going on, boys? Welcome back to the Monday Morning Quarterbacks Podcast, episode 26. We got Josh in the top left, Hefe top middle, myself in the top right, Big P on the bottom left, and we got Connor on the bottom right. How we doing, boys?
I'm doing great.
What a week.
What a week.
Dogs ate again.
We all
Can we
did.
run through the rankings first?
We all did pretty terrible on our picks, except Connor. Let me pull up the rankings quick. Connor's 28-19. I'm 27-20. Josh is 26-21. Jeff is 25-22, and P is 23-24. Heading into week 4. Long season, a lot of time to catch up. P will get above 500, I believe.
Maybe.
I don't want to do a beer mile.
He looks like he's dressed for a beer mile right now.
I'll do it for you right now, Jeff.
Yeah.
What are we thinking, boys? What are your thoughts on? Let's recap some of the games from Week 3. Aaron Rodgers is fully back for the first game that happened in Week 3. The Jets-Patriots looked like his old self that we really didn't see in the first 2 weeks, so that was good to see. I'll go over my Packers really quick. I'm sure we'll kind of all break down our own teams, but Malik Willis just did everything that was asked of him and more. Looked really good. Packers defense looked insane. We had 8 sacks, 3 picks. Xavier McKinney's got 3 picks in 3 weeks. Jair Alexander picked 6. I mean, was it Will Levis being that bad, or was it the Packers defense being that good? Probably a little bit of both. But
Matt LaFleur, Coach of the Year.
yeah, people are saying that. Him and we got technically probably the 2 Coach of the Year candidates early in the season, meeting next week, which we'll talk a little bit more about. Packers Vikings. You want to touch on your Colts win, Connor?
His LaFleurs.
Yeah, you guys are gonna rip into Anthony Richardson. I already know it. Rightfully so. I mean, he did not look good. He even admitted it after the game. Those are 2 of the most ugly picks I think I've ever seen, and we've been watching Will Levis all season. So I don't know. I think he just needs some time to figure it out. They asked him in the press conference afterwards what's causing these inaccurate throws, and he kind of related it to like a layup in basketball when it's wide open. You know, you just for whatever reason panic and miss it. So I think he'll figure it out. He's still the youngest starting quarterback in the league. It would have been J.J. McCarthy, but obviously he's hurt, so it's still Anthony Richardson. Give him a year or 2. I still believe in him.
Anthony Richardson looks like Angel Reese out there throwing him layups.
Caitlin Clark's playing right now, the fever.
What was it last week?
What's the score in
When
that
they were
game?
like, would you rather take T-Law or Anthony Richardson as your quarterback?
They both
Yeah,
looked abysmal.
Neither.
I'll stand by it.
I didn't realize Caleb Williams threw the ball 52 times in that game. Dunze had a little coming out party, so that was cool.
Well, when you throw the ball 52 times.
The Vikings absolutely rolled the Texans.
Are the Vikings for real?
They look good.
They look like the
Yeah.
best team in football that's not Josh Allen.
Sam Darnold's MVP odds are unbettable.
Josh Allen's
There's no
2.5 to 1. You know who's interesting? I was literally just looking at this, and I was talking to Josh before we hopped on. Jaden Daniels is 100 to 1 to win MVP,
He just came out.
which seems very interesting.
Well,
Yeah, Josh Allen's gonna win MVP because he's the best to ever do it.
Offensive Rookie of the Year or whatever. Oh,
Josh
there's
Allen
the
normally-
Josh Allen glaze.
He'll normally blow it at some point in the season.
Josh Allen is so freaking good, and the Bills are going to the Super Bowl out of the AFC.
Not if they have to play the Chiefs.
We'll see. Mahomes is not looking very Mahomes-like.
He hasn't looked like Mahomes in a year, like almost a year now.
Still winning. The refs. I mean, when you have the refs, it's like, I mean, whatever. You can do no wrong.
They're flying in Taylor Swift's jet to every game, I heard.
Taylor Swift's going to break up with Kelsey. That guy sucks now.
I'll give it to you, P. Panthers beat the Raiders 36-22. Got their first dub.
Hey!
Keep pounding.
NFC South.
Best expansion team in the NFL right here.
The Red Rocket looked unreal. 3 tutties, 319 yards. Deontay Johnson looked like he was supposed to look coming to Carolina. Thielen looked good. He looks like he's going to be hurt this week. Only played the first
Yeah,
half.
he's
Had
on
that nice
IR.
tutty though. Yeah.
Can we not talk about the Jaguars? Just skip that. You can talk about Josh.
I'm not. Yeah,
Allen.
yeah. I won't even. Yeah, I don't even
Don't
have to
even
mention
talk
the
about
Jags.
Don't
But
talk
the
about
Bills. The Bills are so
Oh my
freaking good, dude. And Josh Allen is unreal.
I thought you were a
Unreal.
Packers fan.
I am.
I thought you were a
Huge.
Packers fan.
Huge. I'm the biggest Packers fan. I just when I see quarterback play like I see in talent level out of a quarterback like Josh Allen, I just gotta respect it because I honestly, Mahomes is great and like has those moments too where it's like okay, Mahomes is unreal, but then I watch something I just about Josh Allen when he's just like running people over as a quarterback, throwing for 4 touchdowns in the first half. Basically, the last 2 weeks he hasn't had to play the second half. Because they're just demolishing teams. And people were saying, oh, the Bills lost their whole defense. Oh, the Bills lost Stephon Diggs. The Bills are going to suck this year. It's going to be a down year for the Bills. No.
I mean, he didn't make any impressive throws.
He did, though. On the run,
What?
back of the end zone. Two
Did
of
you
his
watch the
tutties.
game?
And then James Cook dropped another super impressive throw, too. That would have been another
I could make
touchdown.
those throws.
Okay.
I just
you
want to
say-
say,
Throw a 6-yard slant to Khalil Shakir to run for 15 yards.
No, he had some great throws on the run. He had some great throws.
I want
on
to
the run.
say, I first saw this. I picked the Jags to come in last in the South, and my nightmares are coming true in front of my eyes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Chiefs squeaked out a win against the Falcons.
Don't lose.
And then Commanders. We talked about Jaden Daniels quick. Jaden Daniels looked unreal as well. Speaking of good quarterback play, Bengals are 0-3, and an 0-3 team has never made the playoffs. So
That's
Except
not
for the
true.
Jags.
It's happened 6 times since the NFL merger.
okay,
I also
I knew
think that
it
we
was
should
like
point
near
out
impossible.
we should point out that the 7-team playoff has only been a thing for a little bit. So like the never happened thing was mostly a 6-team playoff.
2 very good points.
Just disregard everything.
So
Jake
the
said
Bengals
up
are making
until this
playoffs.
point.
Okay, okay, you guys convinced me. I'm in.
For sure, the
Where do I
Bengals are
bet
gonna make-
this? Sick. Go to work, everyone. All right, you guys got anything else from week 3 that you want to add in before we hop over to week 4 and start making some picks?
Let's close
Chargers
that
lost,
chapter.
and Pittsburgh beat up their whole O-line, and Herbert's hurt, and Bosa's out again, which Bosa being out is not that big of a surprise, but
Herbert's still going to play, though.
Herbert's gonna play. Lock in.
Sweet, boys. Let's head over to the game tomorrow night, or for the podcast listeners, because it's Thursday morning right now, welcome in. We got the Cowboys at the Giants tonight, a battle of the 1 and 2 teams. Cowboys are -6, over under 45.5 in the game.
what order are we going in?
Let's establish this order.
I think we should just free ball it every time and have as many awkward silences as possible.
Let's go.
I'm going
Yeah,
Let's-
we're going first.
here,
I'll go
So-
first. No, I'll go first. I'll go first. Cowboys. No analysis. Bounce back week.
Should have been a bounce back week last week.
Bounce back week this week. You can bounce back. From the
Bounce back week.
they're due for a bounce back. All right, P's on Dallas right now. Okay, I'll go next. I'm gonna take Dallas as
Cut
well.
out half that what you said last time, so I don't.
What was that?
You were cutting out when you were saying what you were saying after
Oh.
Pete went.
Okay.
You're
Well,
good now. You're
I'll go
good
now. I'm gonna take Dallas on the road. I think Dallas is a lot better than what they've shown so far, and I still believe they're a playoff team. And this is kind of a layup game for them, in my opinion, even though it is a divisional game against a Malik Neighbors-led offense. But give me Dallas.
Yeah, I'll go next here. When Skip Bayless even admits the Cowboys are bad, the Cowboys are bad. All right. I do think Rico Dowdle is going to have a breakout game here. I think he's going to establish himself as the one over there. But I do think the Giants win this game. Neighbors is legit, and I think Danny Dimes all he needed was half a second to throw in a half competent wide receiver. So I was the only sharp on the Giants last week. I'll be the only sharp on the Giants this week.
Wow, that was very professional. of
You're
you.
taking the Giants, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Connor's
Connor's
so
trying
free.
to peddle Rico Dowell to everybody. I don't know.
Is the no bullying Connor rule still on the table? Just wondering.
Nah,
Asking.
that was just for 1 week. My mom didn't even listen last week, so I think we're good.
You can call all the crap you want about my takes, but I'm in first place right now, so it's hard to
It's
top
only
me if I-
downhill from here.
Let's give it a year. Let's
Wait
give it
till
the whole
Call of
year and
Duty
see what
comes
happens.
out.
I did second last year, I think.
He's like Kyler Murray. Once Call of Duty comes out, his picks are chalked.
Crown me the champ last year, boys.
Dude's got his bed in his background. I mean, come on.
We're in an Airbnb right now. This is the last week like this.
Jeff's on his bed, I think. Is that right, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm on
Well, that's
my bed.
different, though. That's different. That's a choice. Connor's showing us he literally has nowhere else to go.
Every day I wake up, greatness is on the clock.
Greatness is on the clock.
I'll take the Cowboys. Malik Neighbors is great. Other than that, the Giants are terrible.
I'm going Cowboy or not Cowboys. I'm going Giants here. That
Ooh,
defense looks
Connor.
abysmal, and Danny Dimes and Malik Neighbors just keep growing chemistry week after week. And Devin Singletary also doesn't look bad. So
It's a good point. He had a good week last week.
Sexy Dexy in the middle. What's Zeke gonna do? What's Rico gonna do?
Zeke's not going to do anything because
Dude,
Zeke's going to
they're
get
not
2
running the
carries
ball.
for.
What do you mean?
Zeke had, I think, 3 or 4 carries last week and 1 catch. Dowdle had like 6 carries and 2 catches or something. 8 carries.
Just wait till Dalvin gets activated.
Yeah, there we go.
Still waiting.
Moving on, we got the Saints at the Falcons. Falcons are minus 2.5, over under 42.5 in the game.
I'm going first. Give me Atlanta at home. Saints are banged up, and I don't know. Based on the injury report I saw today, no way they win another football game.
Yeah, Kamara's questionable, which is interesting. That'd be
They all are. Like every
Yeah.
skill player or every like big player except for Carr is like on the report, and Carr's not even a big player.
I thought I was gonna be the only person taking Atlanta here, but I'm gonna rock with P and I'm gonna take Atlanta as well. They've shown that they can hang with some of these good teams, even though they are 1-2. It looks like their offense hasn't fully been what they've expected it to be, but Kirk did look a lot better last week against the Chiefs, and he did lead a game-winning drive the week before. So, give me Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm also on Atlanta. I don't know if either team's really good here, but I'm just gonna rock with the home team here.
I think Kirk Cousins continues to get better throughout the season, and then by the end of the season, I think he should be firing on all cylinders like he's on the Vikings. I'll take the Falcons as well. This is
Wow.
weird. I thought
Yeah,
I'd be the only one taking the Falcons.
I thought it. Well, last week I think everyone picked this. Was it Saints, Eagles last week? I think everyone took
Maybe.
the Saints except me.
Oh,
Everyone's hopping off the Saints train. Everyone's hopping
I'm
off the Saints train.
I'm,
I should say.
I'm taking the Saints.
Not everyone's hopping off the Saints train.
Almost everyone. One person fell asleep on the
Taking
bus
the
and is staying on the train.
Buses and
well-
trains.
Trains, planes, automobiles, all the things.
I'll be the difference.
Alrighty. We got the Rams at the Bears. Bears are minus 3, over under 41.5.
Give me the Rams and Caleb Williams to not throw a touchdown.
Give me Caleb and Dynasty P.
I'll literally for free right now, 3rd round pick. He's yours.
Okay, sweet. I'll send it over after the pod.
All the pod listeners, I'm about to get robbed after this ends. They're gonna come for me for the trades, and I'm gonna accept them.
Sounds good. Connor's sending it over right now.
It's
This
like,
guy-
oh, man.
Connor was texting me about Rico Dotto.
I know he texted
thinks
everyone.
Rico is him. Oh, he texted everyone. Oh, I
Literally
see,
everyone.
Connor.
And we
All
were
right,
like,
Connor.
who's Rico?
I'm out on Rico then, Connor. I'm out. If I'm not the only one getting that Rico text, I'm out.
Everyone.
Business decision.
Everyone got it.
Business decision.
I'm going op OP here. I'm gonna go Chicago at home. Keenan Allen back, hopefully, which I think is super helpful to Caleb in just like what he wants to throw. And the Rams are so beat up and don't have their playmakers. I don't think Kyron's getting 3 goal line tutties this week. Give me Chicago.
Yeah, I agree. The Rams are just too beat up right now. So I'm also on Chicago.
Can I change my pick?
Can I ask a question before we get to the next pick? I'd like a little bit more analysis from our friend Connor on to be up when they just beat the Niners. Let's like a little analysis.
On what?
If they're so beat, I know I talked a little fast. Okay, I'm sorry. Slow brain. Okay, slow words. If the Rams just beat the 49ers, and then how is that too beat up to beat a Caleb Williams Chicago Bears? Like, just can you walk me through that?
Yeah.
That too beat up terminology is not making sense to me.
I want to hop in after. I got a comment.
No Cooper Kupp, no Puka. Blake Corum doesn't see the ball ever.
They just beat the Niners without any of those guys. This point is invalid.
Yeah, it's a new
okay.
New week.
What I wanted to add was the week after teams typically do play the Niners, the Niners are such a physical football team defensively, and Fred Warner just hurts a lot of people. I think it's hard to kind of come off a Niners win and be fully like yourself. And Chicago's defense is actually really good too. I don't think enough people talk about how good Chicago's D is, but that's what I wanted to add. Might be one of the best in the league.
I don't know who to pick here. I don't know.
Flip a coin.
I don't know.
Break out the magic conch.
The Rams beat the 49ers, so I really want to pick the Rams, but Bears have a good defense, and I don't know if the Rams can do it again. I think I'll take the Rams. I guess I'll take the Rams. I might change it later. I don't know. We'll see.
You're not changing it later. We've established
maybe
this.
Maybe I'll change my mind later. We'll see.
Unless you change it before the pod ends.
I'll think about it.
I'm going Rams. I feel like it's not even that close. Veteran quarterback, way better coaching. The Bears just played the worst run defense in the league, and they threw the ball 52 times. Like, what are you doing? So yeah, give me the Rams. You can't trust the Bears.
The Bears play calling is offensively is so bad, but I don't think they're winning this game
offensively. You gotta put up points to win games.
I think they're winning this game defensively.
Greatness is on the clock with that take.
We'll see, boys. We will see. Moving on, we got the Vikings at the Packers. Packers are -2.5, over under 43.5. Get a started.
Are the Vikings for real? Are the Packers for real? We are going to find out what's real on Sunday. Give me the Vikings.
Interesting. The line here is interesting because the Packers are favorites. Vegas is basically assuming on this line that Jordan Love's going to be back for this game because the last 2 weeks they've been dogs. And they've won pretty handily the last 2 weeks as dogs with a backup QB. And now Vegas is saying we're favorites, assuming Love is going to be back. Home game for the Pack. Hopefully get Love back. Obviously, I'm taking the Packers, boys. Go Pack, go. Let's get the pass game involved a little bit more. And let's get Josh Jacobs his first tutty of the season.
Yeah. Aaron Jones revenge game. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw LaFleur's comment. That was pretty funny. I think Aaron Jones goes off today or on Sunday. I think he goes for 2+ touchdowns. It's a shame this isn't played in Minnesota because he'd definitely be giving us a bank vault. I don't know if you guys heard that comment. Instead of Lambeau Leap, he's calling it a bank vault now in Minnesota. So I hope that catches on. But yeah, the Vikings are really good. So
Aaron Jones wants to be on the Packers so bad. He's literally just imagining himself on the Packers doing the Lambeau Leap, and he just has to call it something different. He wants to come back so bad. I do think he gets a touchdown, though. Already bet it. So.
He's going to jump in a bank vault?
He calls it, instead of Lambeau Leap, they call it the bank fault because he jumped into the stands last week when he scored. That's pretty stupid. They want to be us so bad. Flattery is the greatest form of
imitation.
something. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. There we go.
We knew what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
I would love to see Malik Willis play one more game and the Packers eke out an ugly win with Malik Willis before J Love returns to glory. I'll take the Packers with Malik Willis.
This is a tough game, but I want an asterisk on my pick. I'm gonna go Vikings pending Darnold plays. Because Darnold's beat up right now. If Darnold doesn't play, I don't want the Vikings.
He's got a bruised knee, right? Is that it?
It's something.
We will allow that. I'm actually cool with that. If there's like a quarterback pending, we can do an asterisk, and then you have to text in the group before the game starts that you're switching. Everyone good with that?
He's gonna be out there.
I think he's playing. Yeah.
He's going out there.
Well, if at some risk that he doesn't. But yeah, I'm going to go Vikings.
There's 0 risk. He's out there. Pack lose.
Yair does historically shut down Jettas, doesn't he?
Yes.
He wasn't. So in week 1 when they played, I think it was week 1 last year when they played, Jettas had like almost 200 yards, but Jair didn't shadow him and was like barely on him. And then they played him again end of the year, and Jair shut him down and like right in his face and did the gritty on him. So that'll be a fun matchup. Wouldn't be surprised if Jettas goes for over 100 because he historically kills us. I have him in a bunch of parlays of him going over 100 and like Christian Watson going like over 80. Watson's like 10-1 to go over 80, which is like a catch for him. I like doing a fun betting thing I've been doing is I like to take these guys like Tank Dell, Christian Watson, Xavier Worthy, Rashid Shaheed, and I bet like their over alternate like 80, 90, 100 yards, and then I take their under on catches at like 2.5, and it just moons the parlay. Cool, guys. Yeah, cool. That was fun. All right. Sick. Let's move on to the next game. We got the Steelers at the Colts. Pittsburgh's -1.5, over under 40.5.
What did I say last week, Connor? The Steelers are real. The Colts suck. -1.5 is actually disrespectful. Give me the Steelers by 20.
I'm on Pittsburgh as well. Not by 20, but I think I've been a little closer. I don't love either team in this, and I think Pittsburgh's the worst 3-0 team of the 3-0 teams. But Indy, until Anthony Richardson can figure out how to consistently throw the ball downfield, Jonathan Taylor looks awesome, but outside of that, Indy's offense looks like a struggle against a very, very good Pittsburgh defense. Give me Pitt.
Yeah, you just touched on it. Statistically, one of the best defenses in the league against statistically one of the worst. This should be an easy pick, right? But I think the Colts come out. I think Anthony Richardson looks like a brand new man. Kind of looks like a version of himself last year in week 1 this year. Slight hiccup the last couple of weeks, but at least it's not Will Levis or Trevor Lawrence. We win this game here.
Is the version of himself last year getting hurt and missing the season? Is that the version you're talking about? That's the only version I remember from last year.
Preseason?
You were trying to get Anthony Richardson in Dynasty off me all year long, so.
I'm probably going to do it after this year, too.
Buy low, sell high, Connor. Simple business.
I will also take Pittsburgh here until Anthony Richardson can be accurate at all. They're terrible.
Yeah, I'm on Pittsburgh too. I think this game's gonna go over though. Surprisingly.
That's the dumbest thing I've heard all day.
40.5. If Fields gets cooking against tough.
I'm thinking 21-0, maybe 13-0.
Can we do a little friendly bet for this game?
Bro, I will give you my life.
Didn't we win a bet last year and we were all supposed to get a Colts hat Did that happen, or did I
It
make that
sounds
up?
It's
like-
Connor, bro.
That
Look
never
at
ended
it.
up
He's a
happening.
Colts fan.
What was the bet?
Unreliable.
We bet on a Colts game last year. It was like basically a pick'em game, and everyone was against the Colts except you, and the Colts lost. And you promised to get us all Indy hats, and obviously
And then
never
we
did.
would all pay
No,
you
it
to
was-
make it 40 or something.
I don't remember that. You'd have to clip
I
it
think
up
you
and
ended
send
up.
it
I
to
think
me,
we ended up getting paid out cash, is what happened. Because I know we did get paid. I got paid at least. I don't know about
but-
if you
Anyways,
boys got
here's
paid.
what I'm proposing. If the Colts win this game, since I'm the only one on them, I want that. What's that? How's that song go? You know the autistic kid who's been singing the.
Oh
the
wow!
anthem.
Let's make fun of the autistic kid, Connor. Good way
That's
to
half
get the
our
pod
viewers.
numbers up.
Connor, you just insulted half our viewers.
Dude, he's my best friend. All right. So if we win, that's the intro for the pod for next week.
No, I decline. What do we win if they lose?
I don't know. Propose something.
You leave the pod.
Take a week off from the pod. Nah, that's okay.
Wait, hold on. I missed the bet. Can you repeat the bet, Connor? And then I'll think of something you have to do as you're repeating it.
So the just give me a sec.
Are you holding a note in your
We all
hands?
know
Is
the
that a
Colts
note?
kid. We all know the Colts kid.
Yeah.
The kid that's sitting in the Suns.
Yeah.
It's basically Connor wants the intro to the pod to be that Colts kid sitting in the sun.
And the next
If
week.
the Colts win, and then we'd have to come up with something on the other side of it.
We just move on to the next game.
I
Yeah.
agree with Jeff.
I'm good with that. If there was like
We'll
blood
see.
in the game, like if it was the Packers or something, maybe. But I don't have a huge like battle on that game. I guess if that makes sense. We got the Broncos at the Jets. Jets are minus 7.5. Over under 39.5.
Me, Jets.
Jets. Jets. Give me Rodgers at home. He looked fully back. Garrett Wilson has got a tough matchup. Look for Mike Williams to get his first tutty of the year. Plus
Brees Hall's been
300.
beat.
How did Bo Nix do last week?
Good.
Surprisingly good.
Shocking.
Not surprisingly, I was on the Broncos the whole time.
Yeah, he did good. I'm gonna go Broncos here.
Surprisingly good to how he's looked the past 2 weeks before that. What do you got, Josh?
Who did the Broncos even play last week? Not a good team, right?
I don't know.
I picked against
think
them
it
last
was-
The
week.
Broncos played the
Bucks.
Buccaneers in Tampa and won 26-7.
That was a good
Decent
one.
team.
I think I'm going Jets here. Rodgers is back. We'll see if he continues being back or if he goes away again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jets too, but I think the Broncos will cover.
Alrighty. Got all those picks all locked in. Let's move on to the next game. We got the Eagles at the Bucks. Eagles are -2, over under 44.5.
It's not really a bounce back game because the Eagles won last week, but I think this is going to be a bounce back game morally because it's going to be out of Buccaneers touch the whole week, whole game. Give me Eagles.
Fly,
Sound,
Eagles, fly.
sound, and safe and sound.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah, I got Philly too. I think Philly's just the better team. Tampa really flashed the first 2 weeks, and I think a lot of people were overhyping Baker Mayfield in that offense, this podcast included. But I think Philly's just the better overall team. Potentially get A.J. Brown back this week, potentially lose Devonta Smith, or potentially could be playing without both of them. So
I think they're both going to be gone.
That'll be a big impact on the game. But I think regardless, they still get the dub.
Yeah, I'm all over Tampa here. This is one of the easier ones to pick for me. Baker Mayfield's legit. I'm not backing off that. So
I think Baker Mayfield is also legit, and I don't think you have to back off anything if you don't want to.
Pause.
FBI has joined the call.
So you're going Bucks, Josh?
You can't not go Bucks after saying something like that, bro. I swear.
I think I'm going to go Eagles here. I think I'll go Eagles.
What? Oh my god. I'm also on the Eagles. It's gonna be revenge game from last year playoffs.
Connor was in a lot of these spots last week where he was the only person to pick a certain team, and I think he was 3-1 last week doing that. So
Always due for regression.
yeah, could take a big lead here, or he could give up the lead. Let's move on to the next game. We got the Bengals at the Panthers. Bengals are -3.5, over under 46.5.
He put the hat on. He put the hat on.
This is a big hear me out, right? Hear me out. Carolina at home, Red Rocket revenge game like you've never seen. I'm talking 400 yards. Panthers annihilate the Bengals, who are in the trenches. Give me Carolina.
We're talking Joe Burrow versus Andy Dalton, who's like 56 years old here. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins are back. Give me Cincy.
Yeah,
Andy
you
Dalton-
took the words
well-
right out of my mouth. Yeah, Jamar Chase is back. T. Higgins is probably healthy. And then Yoshi Voss is legit. He'll grab a couple touchdowns. So, yeah, the Bengals are not going to lose this game.
He's gonna get a couple touchdowns.
I mean, he's been grabbing a couple touchdowns.
He's had
You
3
think
in
he
the
will?
last 2. Yosi Voss.
That'd be interesting parlay.
Where's he from, Connor? Such a Joseph Ash fan. Where's he from?
Couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you.
It's on my
Exactly.
dynasty squad, though.
I'm not a
Probably
big
from-
college name where that college guy went, unless they're on the Packers. I feel like I do decently well with the Pack squad, but yeah, I'm just an NFL ball guy.
I'll take the Panthers here. I think Andy Dalton is going to continue to do great, and the Bengals are lost.
And I'm obviously going to stick by my hot take in the beginning of the year. I'm going Panthers.
I feel like
Bengals started 4. That defense is horrible. It's bad. Bengals defense is not good.
this is one of those games where I just like read it off, and it's like I'm in shock. 3 out of the 5 people from the pod just picked Carolina.
Did you watch last week, though?
Start stretching, boys, and
Did
get ready
you
for the beer
watch
mile.
last
Brown's not going to be out there, dog. Who's protected? That's the thing. Who's protecting Joey? You got all these guys running down the field. You can't hold on to the ball for more than 3 seconds behind this Cincy O-line.
They're still
You can't.
scoring, though. They're still
Also,
scoring.
Carolina got their first win. The tickets are like $10. That stadium's gonna be popping.
That stadium's popping. We're talking a Raiders team that just beat Baltimore.
There might be
goes
more
and gets
Cincy fans than
annihilated by
Carolina fans
Carolina.
at that game.
There's no Cincy fans left. They all packed their bags.
I feel like was the easiest pick on the slate for me.
Oh man, bro,
It's
you're
interesting.
talking dangerous. I'm about
It's
to.
the NFL, man.
It is any given week, and I was wrong on a lot of games last week, but that's one where it's like I thought we were gonna be 5 strong there, but hey, love it.
It's a new
Xavier
team.
Legette in his first rookie touchdown.
No Thielen. I think no Thielen's probably a benefit. Honestly,
Legette.
get those young fast guys, Legette and Mingo, out there.
Mingo.
Thielen's a dog. Don't get me wrong, but he's so limited in his role, and these tall, fast guys are going to be able to cook.
He'd feel.
Let's move on to the next game. We got the Jags at the Texans. Texans are -6.5, over under 45.5.
Houston.
This one's the easiest one of the week.
This might be the easiest.
Houston
one of
just
the week.
lost by 20+ last week.
Houston. Not this week. It's not happening this week. We're gonna be next week. Next week we're gonna be talking. Trevor Lawrence lost 9 straight regular season games. Let's fire Doug Marrone. Let's move on. That's what we're gonna be talking next week after what happens this week.
Yeah, I am also on Houston. It's hard to bet on that Jags team with how they've looked so far this year.
Can I ask a question for the pod? Have you seen any great quarterback lose 8 straight regular season starts? Have you? I haven't.
Peyton Manning is
You?
rookie year,
Yeah, I was about to
maybe?
say Peyton Manning might have.
He lost 8 in a row. I don't
He
think
lost
8 in a row. I don't think 8 in a row. He might have thrown 40 picks. He didn't lose 8 games in a row. That's unheard of. Trevor Lawrence ain't him. I'm about to go throw this bobblehead against the wall, bruh. I'm
Dude,
upset.
so many games come down to like
Win a
1 or 2
game.
snaps, though.
Okay.
Is anyone Googling Peyton Manning?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
He didn't lose 8 in a row.
Who you got, Connor, in this game?
Jags are the worst team in the NFL, so.
This also isn't rookie Trevor Lawrence. This is like third, fourth
Worst.
year. We're supposed to be prime T-Law
I think
right
he's
now.
worse than his rookie year, isn't he?
No doubt. He's the worst he's ever been. The whole team is.
The whole team is. That's the important part of what you said.
And Shad Khan said in a documentary, it's the best team Jacksonville's ever had. Is it, Shad?
It's supposed to be. On paper, it is, I think.
On paper? What paper are you looking at, big dog?
We talking about practice? We
The
talking about
paper I'm looking
practice?
at 0-3 with a bunch of dog shit players.
Who you got,
Yeah,
Josh?
Texans.
Yeah,
This
he
is
didn't lose
easy.
8 in a row.
No one's lost 8 in a row. 8 in a row is unheard of. That's abysmal.
Yeah, after watching that that Bills game on Monday and being the only one on the Jags last week, I can't. That team
And
is
it's crazy, too, because it's expanded beyond last year. Last year, playoff team, they lose, 6 in a row, miss the playoffs because they lose. It's a new year. We're supposed to have got this out of our system. 0-3? That's got to be some red flags for T-Law. Everything in Jacksonville right now is a red flag. The fact that this stretched, the fact that you went through an offseason, you paid dudes like Eric Armstead, you paid all these guys. I'm getting off topic, but man,
For what it's worth,
it's over. That's
Peyton
the
Manning
reason I
went
picked him.
3-13 his rookie year, and he went
8 in a
0-4
row, Connor. I don't
3
care what
times.
his record was. Did he lose 8 in a row? Yes or no?
He lost 4 in a row 3 times. 3-13.
What about Matt Stafford? I bet Matt Stafford almost lost 8 in a row probably once.
Probably. I
I
think
bet
they lost.
no, this
They lost
35.
16 in a row.
No, that's what they drafted Calvin, then they went 0-16, then they drafted Staff. He wasn't on the team.
Yeah.
Lock in on your Lions knowledge, big dog.
I was Kitna, right?
Yeah.
It was
Or
Kitna,
Orlovsky.
Culpepper, and they started everyone that year, bro. They
Orlovsky
started
ran out of the
7
back of the end zone.
quarterbacks. And I went to the Jags game and watched Fred Taylor and MJD win 35-3, and it was amazing. Bring back MJD.
Bring back the paper bags over people's faces in Detroit.
For real.
Bring them back. Where are those fans now? They're the fans that are just paying $400 for tickets now, huh?
Yeah, those fans got money all of a sudden.
I love how salty like the Lions being good makes you guys feel.
I'm salty
I'm not
because the
salty at
Jags are 0-3 and the worst thing I've ever seen play football. Literally the worst.
All right, next game.
Okay, Jeff, just got somewhere to be.
We got the Commanders at the Cardinals. Cardinals are -3, over under 50.5.
Damn.
I'm sorry, I
That's a
missed
lot.
that. Cardinals? We were playing Commanders.
Commanders.
Give me Commies on the road. They're for real. This college offense, they haven't punted in 2 weeks. College offense.
Jaden Daniels.
Who's their punter? No one knows because he doesn't punt. Give me the comment.
Jaden
Made a
Daniels
comment.
on third downs is elite. At least he was last week. He just converted he's such a weapon on third downs, especially those third and shorts, just with his running ability, and then he's also so good throwing on the run. Jaden Daniels is really good.
Dude,
But Arizona is the better team overall. And tough loss last week. I think they bounced back at home. Give me the Cardinals.
what's the stat though? At home, they're they've won 3 of the last 25 or something. They love losing. It's crazy.
I think Kyler was not starting a lot of those. But
Who's
yeah.
the quarterback for all those games? I bet he lost 8
Okay,
in a row.
yeah. Receipts.
Yep, hometown team. I was in DC for the game on prime time on Monday. The atmosphere was electric, and I'll tell you, we believe in Jaden Daniels over here. So yeah, I'm riding Commies.
You can only say we with one team.
Connor's got 4 teams.
That was hard to listen
And
to.
they all
I'll be
suck.
honest. That was hard to listen to.
The Commanders' defense is terrible, and I think the Cardinals are better. And I don't think Eckler's playing. I'll take the Cardinals.
Might be a plus, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is it?
It's a plus for him and I's bet for whoever's scoring more points. Fantasy
It's a
points this
plus.
season. What was the spread on this game?
It is
-3 Arizona at home, so a pick.
What P said?
Really? That's interesting.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna go Cardinals. I don't love that, but
That's a
Highest
tough one.
over under of the week too, 50.5.
yeah.
That's a fun
It's-
4 o'clock game to watch. I feel like that's.
Should be high
actually some
scoring.
good 4 o'clock games. Moving on, we got the Patriots at the Niners. Niners are -10, over under 40.5.
I might not pick the Patriots again the rest of the year, Niners.
I'm also on San Fran, bouncing back after a loss at home against who I think is probably the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, I've seen Jacoby Brissett play football. I'm not going to take him here.
San Fran.
I think the Pats cover, but San Fran.
Our first sweep of the day.
Gonna
Oh
exist
no,
again?
it's our second sweep of the day. We all took Houston. What do you say, Josh?
Is Ayuk gonna exist again at some point this year? You think?
Probably this.
Juwan
game.
Jennings season. J squared.
I think he's kind of going to go back to irrelevance. Like, he'll be involved in the offense, but I don't think he's putting up another 30-plus performance this year. If anyone wants to take
And
me on a
maybe
bet on
not
that.
even.
I mean,
Maybe not
3
even
tutties
24.
and
30's
12
not
catches.
that 30 fantasy-wise. So, like, if he has, let's say he has 8 catches for 120 and 2 tutties, like, that would clear it.
Well, when's Ricky Parcell coming back?
He's on a, technically he's supposed to be out at least 4 weeks. They put him on IR, so at the start of the year.
Irrelevant. He's
He
irrelevant.
could come back week 5, technically. Sweet. We all swept there. Let's go Browns, Raiders. Browns at the Raiders. Raiders are -2, over under 36.5.
Cleveland. Too many guys making business decisions in Vegas for me to even know what that means.
The coach was
That coach was pissed, and
pissed.
I know what everyone's trying to figure out why. They think it was Devontae crying on the sideline. They don't know.
It wasn't
They said
Devontae. It was there's a clip of this corner like 3 plays out of the game. He had a chance to like make a tackle and he like clearly avoided contact. He made a business decision basically 3 times, where like there was one where it was like he could have gotten involved in like a gain tackle, and then the other 2 were literally just open field. He just was like, I don't want to tackle this guy. So I think that's what he was pissed about. But yeah, I'm gonna take Cleveland as well. I think Las Vegas is slowly gonna fall apart, and then that's why you don't have like the player's coach that like knows nothing about being a head coach. That's why you don't keep him as a head coach. Like, sure, he literally just got that position because the whole team like kind of rallied around him at the end of last year and was like, yeah, he's a player's coach. Like, but does he like know what he's doing coach wise? I don't know. I'm out on him, and I'm out on the Raiders as a whole. Give me Cleveland.
I don't know. I think Sean's probably a worse quarterback than Minshew at this point in the season right now. I can go either way with this one. But overall, I think the Browns are a better football team, so I'll pick the Browns.
Yeah, I will also go with the Browns. Browns got a better defense. Both offenses are a struggle.
Browns are the dogs here, which is interesting.
So free.
I'm gonna be the only guy on the other side. Ever bet against Vegas? You don't bet against Vegas.
Literally Vegas loss.
What about last week when
Literally
you had
Vegas.
the Panthers? Did you bet against Vegas then?
Well, that was with my heart, heart and soul, in Carolina over there.
Let's move on to the next game. The reigning Super Bowl champs. We got the Chiefs at the Chargers. Chiefs are -7.5, over under 39.5.
think the Chargers sneak one out here. I don't care who's playing quarterback. The Chiefs do not look like the Chiefs this year, and they're going to lose a couple of games that they shouldn't, and this is one of
We said that all last year.
them. I'm going to continue saying it. It's so true. Like, it just 5 touchdowns to 4 picks for Patty. He's getting rushed a lot. O-line's not locked in. Kelsey just doesn't exist in that offense. No Pacheco. Like, eventually it's going to catch up to him. I think it's this week.
Patty's making a lot of un-Patty-like throws. Even just like watching the games, he's throwing a lot more passes that should be picks that aren't picks on top of those 4. Like, he could legitimately have had like 8-9 picks this season so far. I just think a hurt Herbert, I just don't see how they beat the Chiefs. And I think Kelsey has complained enough and looked so unhappy so far through the 3 weeks. They're just going to feed him this week, and I think he's going to get his first tutty. Just give me the Chiefs.
And he historically kills the Chargers.
Yeah, no Derwin James for this game either. Suspended for it. So, I mean, when you're playing Patrick Mahomes, you need all the help you can get in the secondary. So, I'm going Chiefs.
Yep. I will also take the Chiefs with at least 2 egregious calls in their favor and the Travis Kelce breakout game of the season.
Yeah, I appreciate you going to the Chargers, but I can't even go Chargers this week. Rashawn Slater's hurt. Joe Alt is hurt. Herbert's hurt. Bosa's hurt. Irwin's suspended. There's just, it's not, yeah.
Joe Alt being hurt is such a big factor, too, with how good he's been.
Just not looking good.
How bad's the injury for Alt?
I don't know how bad it is. I just know he's not playing this week.
I don't think it's super bad. They didn't put him on IR, so they expect him to probably be back within the next week or 2.
Also, TJ Watt smoked him last week he just blitzed right through him. But
TJ Watt is going to win Defensive Player of the Year, and
he's so good.
You know who's going to win MVP, boys? Let's move on to the
Jaden
Bills.
Daniels.
Let's move on to the Bills at the Ravens. Ravens are minus 2.5. Josh Allen's going to win MVP. But go ahead, Pete.
The Ravens at home.
Sunday Night Football, baby. Carrie
This
Underwood
ain't
game
the
of the week.
Jaguars. This is a Baltimore Ravens squad that is down 1-2. Should be better than that. They are better than that. They're gonna prove they're better than that. Sunday Night Football.
It's tough because it's hard to see the Ravens fall into 1-3, especially at home in prime time. But I think Josh Allen and the Bills are just that good, and I think they're gonna beat them. Give me the Bills.
I'm gonna go Ravens just because I can't see them going 1-3, but the Bills are really good.
Yeah. I think the Bills have been playing too good. I think they're going to come down in front of everyone Sunday night, and the Ravens are going to win.
Big test game.
And would you trade Jordan Love for Josh Allen right now if you're the Packers GM and the Bills would do it? Would you do that?
Yes.
Oh, he'd name his kid Josh.
Yes, I would. Would
Yeah,
you? Would you guys not do that?
I like Jordan Love.
I love Jordan Love. Yeah, he is my quarterback too. But
Not anymore. You want Josh Allen, sounds like.
It's a trick question.
Yes, it was a trick question, and you failed it.
I go.
Yeah, go, Effa.
Yeah, I'm on the Ravens.
I'm a lone wolf on the Bills.
Public's gonna be all over the Bills. Like, oh my god, they just won 47-10.
I think
They can't lose. They're so good.
I'm so interested because I think it's gonna be opposite.
You
I
think
don't
Public's
know.
gonna be on the Ravens?
I think so.
I mean, it's Baltimore minus 2.5, which is kind of crazy. I know they're the home team, but how are they favored? Doesn't make sense.
Vegas is basically giving the Bills half a point here. Is what it's. It's interesting. Alrighty, boys. Double Monday. I love these double Monday night games. They're so fun. Having 2 primetime games going on at the same time, flipping back and forth, sweating all the fantasy matchups. It's awesome. But the
Split
first
screen.
game is probably not that awesome. We got the Titans at the Dolphins. Dolphins are -1 over under 36.5.
Titans win this one. It's hard to pick Will Levis, but it's harder to pick whatever Miami does. Like last week was so bad, and we gotta hurt Skylar Thompson. I swear, if it's Tim Boyle out there, Titans by 20, bro.
It's
No way. There's no way Tim Boyle.
Aaron
wins a
Rodgers' friend,
football
though.
game.
You don't think he soaked up any of that knowledge from all these years he's spent behind
No,
Aaron Rodgers?
100% chance he never has.
Yeah, I agree. He is awful. He is very bad.
Fun fact, he had a negative touchdown to interception ratio in college. He literally was like 19 touchdowns, 27 picks in college. I don't know how this dude's in the league still and finds his way on the NFL roster.
You want to know why? He's the ultimate morale guy.
Uh-huh.
The guys just like him. He's the glue guy. He helps the guys in the locker
Yeah.
room stick together. He's not
Yeah.
there
He
for
makes-
his play. He's there for the morale.
Well,
And he's not going to be starting. If Skyler doesn't go, it's going to be Tyler Huntley. And I think he gives them a legitimate chance to win this, which is kind of what intrigues me a little bit about the Dolphins. Getting a running
Asterisk.
quarterback. What was that?
Asterisk
Okay,
on your
you're gonna
pick.
ask. I'm not
Asterisk.
gonna, but I'll take Tennessee. But I think it could be very interesting seeing Tyler Huntley in that explosive, just fastest offense in the NFL with a chain. Mostert probably coming back. Tyreek, Waddle, the rookie, right? I mean, there's so much speed, and adding more speed at QB, doing some of those weird pitches and working some read options to that too. That'd be interesting. I mean, he's only been there a week, maybe even less than a week. So I don't know if they're confident in him being able to start and learn that whole offense, but we'll see. But give me Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm on Tennessee too. Will Levis is more of a quarterback than Skylar Thompson is, and I agree. Trevor Huntley probably gives him a better chance to win, but Titans win this one either way.
I will go Titans, and if Huntley plays, I will go Dolphins.
So you're going
Thanks.
asterisk?
Give me the asterisk. Give me the
Yes.
asterisk.
Okay.
I want
Yep.
the same
Pretty
thing.
good. Put it bold, asterisk.
you should lose double the points if Huntley starts and they lose, though. Honestly.
Remove
Yeah.
the asterisk if that's the case.
That is not the case. That's all right. Fun idea.
I think
though.
you muted yourself somehow.
Yep, my bad. We're back. I did mute myself. Let's move on to the last game of the week, the other Monday night game. We got Seattle at Detroit. Detroit is -3.5, over under 46.5.
Seattle.
Looking at peace locked in. It's so interesting because looking at the two teams like this year, I feel like I want to pick the Lions, but Seattle just owns. I don't know what it is about Detroit not being able to beat Seattle. Seattle owns Detroit, so for that reason, I'm taking Seattle.
Pete, you pick?
I said Seattle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lions.
He just set that up. I don't know why. I don't know why.
There's no way that wasn't fine.
He definitely heard you the first time. He's like, oh, wait. I don't know what I'm going here. Pete, what did you pick? Oh, you went this way? I'm going that way.
That was a good game. I don't know who to pick here either. I think I'm gonna pick the Lions. But it's gonna be a great game.
Just take the over and have fun.
Have you seen
Yeah.
the Lions injury report, though? It's crazy.
Is it who is it besides the lineman and Laporta?
Isn't Montgomery on there?
Linebackers, all of them. Davenport's done for the year. Derek Barnes is probably missing this game. I don't know if Anzalone cleared concussion protocol.
Center.
Laporta, then like you said, Ragnar. I mean, man, that's like 7 starters.
What's wrong with Montgomery?
Yeah, okay. They don't run him. That's what's wrong with him. The offensive coordinator is what's wrong with Montgomery.
Someone said he was injured.
I said he was. I could be wrong on that. I thought he was questionable, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
I think Montgomery's getting more snaps than Jameer.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Montgomery should get all
Jameer's-
the run work, and then Jameer should get the pass work.
They should both be in the game at the same time for like 75% of the snaps.
I don't like how they alternate them drives. I feel like they need to alternate like the situations. Like Montgomery should be handling like the runs up the middle, and then Jameer should be getting like some of the outside work and the like pass game.
That
And then
hook and
mix it
ladder
up a
was
little
sick,
bit.
though.
That was sick.
Hook and
I'm
ladder
so-
was sick.
I'm such a fan of the lateral, and I feel like more teams are gonna slowly start utilizing it. But why is that? It's such like a part of the game that's not like ever used or really talked about. But I feel like you can get so creative and like it can be so useful. I don't know.
Or you just turn the ball over instantly.
Well, you gotta trust your guys, right? It's like the quarterback pitching it to the running back. Like that's just an easy play. A guy should be able to like pitch it 3 yards to his own teammate, and you shouldn't have to worry. You know. I don't know.
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Did you pick already,
By the
Josh?
way,
I
you said the
picked.
Lions. You said the Lions.
Okay.
By the way, the Buffalo, at least the spread, is 76% of the money's on Buffalo
Score one
as of
halfway.
right now. But it's also Wednesday, so that can obviously change. Yeah, I'm gonna go Lions here. But betting wise, I'll probably take the over because that game's always a shootout.
I agree.
Lock it, Tutty.
I like that. Sick, boys. That's all our picks for the week. We got them all locked in. Anyone else want to go over like? You all want to pick like a touchdown scorer or two, or cook up a little parlay before we hop off here?
No, dude, our Thursday parlays are just so bad, so bad.
Yeah, we
Mine's the only one that even comes close to hitting every. It's crazy.
should-
I like it last week.
I think I'm 0 for 3 on my legs.
I'm 2 for 3, I think.
Actually, I don't even remember what I picked last week, but I might have been fine.
Well, only 2 were right, and it was Antonio Gibson and a Garrett Wilson touchdown. So that
Guess
would
who
be
Antonio Gibson was?
Yeah, but he only cashed because it was garbage time, to be fair.
Which
But a
I
cash is a
predicted.
cash.
I predicted.
Fair. Let me look at some touchdown scores I like, and y'all can pick two, obviously.
Xavier Leggett. Give me
That's-
Cetaphil's first tutty.
I like Najee Harris this week.
Two terrible picks off the rip. Honestly, don't bet those.
I'm gonna click that.
Well, that's a fun one. That's like it's gonna be juicy odds. It's a fun one. If you want a real pick, I mean,
I've got 6 picks. If I go 0 for 6, I should just be voted off the pod for next week, and one of you guys should get to host for a week. Because these are all kind of weird ones. I got Mike Williams, George Pickens, Travis Kelce, Wandell Robinson, Dontavian Wicks, and Keenan Allen.
Wicks is weird. Keenan
Love
Allen's
Kelsey.
the weirdest
Love
one
likes
on.
Wicks.
I think Kelsey's gonna eat.
I
this
heard
week.
Love talking about Wicks. Sounds like he hated him.
Okay. Just blasphemy.
Are we all picking a touchdown scorer? Are we still doing that, or are we bailing after the first 2 picks?
Aaron Jones is plus 135. I'm all over that. That's crazy.
I like that as well.
Aaron Jones is a lock.
I like Josh Jacobs too. He's like minus 110 though. So
Are we going locks or are we going like wishful thinking?
Stuck
just
last
go who you think's gonna score a touchdown. How about that?
Greg Dortch.
I actually was gonna say Trey or Marvin, but are scoring.
Like Bride might not play.
Still in concussion protocol.
He's playing.
Deontay Johnson's gonna score a touchdown.
No, Leggett. Xavier Leggett.
Why not both of them with how much you guys are hyping up Andy Dalton?
Andy Dalton's the best quarterback in the NFL last week.
Carolina. I just don't even. Yeah, I don't know.
You just gotta believe. It's like drafting Kyle Pitts everywhere. You just gotta believe.
That's so
Yeah,
sad.
just keep drafting them.
It was so
Stop
sad
not-
seeing him get that 50-yard catch and get into like the
Not
half
the
yard line.
touchdown. Yeah, I know.
Just do it one time for the owners, Pitts. For all that you've put us through. Brutal.
Kirk loves Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney's good. He's interesting.
Weirdo.
I got him and stashed on the bench of a bunch of my leagues. Interesting. Sick, boys. Anything else to add before we wrap this up?
You're blurry.
Yeah, I'm back. Clicking in between stuff, that's why.
I'm all good.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. We will be back on next week. Make sure to like and subscribe to the pod, and we'll be seeing you boys next week. Peace.